bitches? What's up? Wake up. It's the morning time.
Down to the weeding!
What's up, bitches? What's up? Wake up. It's the morning time.
What's up? What's going on, everybody? Good morning. What do we think about that new tune? Brian's just loading this thing up every now and then. Good morning, Brian. How you doing? What's going on in Arizona? How are the kids? How are the wife? How's the wife? Where are we at, buddy? Good morning, Dylan. What's up, bud? Hope you're enjoying your commute. No texting, man. Dude, I almost got into an accident yesterday. I was on the phone with my wife. Maybe a couple minutes before that, I was like scrolling our calendar for the weekend, trying to talk about our plans. It was very light raining, and then just out of nowhere, the car in front of me just jets out of the lane, and I see the car in front of it is at a dead stop, and I'm going like 67, 7. And I just slam on my brakes, like the hardest I've ever slammed on my brakes. The car is kind of, like swerving a little bit in and out as the tires all lock up and squeal. And it was terrifying, dude. But didn't get in a wreck. The car handled nicely. It was a tight lane, like the median, like the border wall on the freeway was like inches away. It wasn't one of those, there was no shoulder essentially for me to jump into. But not a scratch, all good. There was no one really behind me, so no one came up and bumper tapped me from behind. I was on the phone with my wife, and she's freaking out because I'm like yelling obscenities and stuff like that. But yeah, it was a lucky one for sure. Everyone is still sleeping. Life is good. Get the kids ready for school. Got a client in a couple hours, and then golf with my best friend. Look at that. What a Friday, man. What a Friday. This guy's a legend. Yeah. Me too. It was definitely something where I was afraid there was going to be an accident. And I'm very thankful for a lot of things. What's funny is like it's a part of the freeway that I know locks up. But I was coming home earlier, so I was like, I don't know. I guess I'm in denial. Just how much traffic there can be. I mean, I was on the freeway at 2 p.m. Why are people coming home at 2 p.m.? I mean, I guess I was, but that was because there was a power outage at my office. What was I supposed to do? Anyways, that was my event of yesterday. Then I got back home, picked up Brooklyn, chatted with her for a bit. Bentley came in, we played some games. Wife and I played 99 Nights and just destroyed. We're just goated in that game. It's almost to the point where it doesn't even make any sense. Thank you, Bukes. Appreciate you. Good morning. And did want to shout you out. I sent a message to our dad group chat that I really appreciate you shouting us out and sharing our show every morning to your group. I've noticed it. I thank you. I've been meaning to actually type in there. I've done a couple, but yeah, man, thank you very much. I know you got like a good little thing going with your GMs and your GNs every day. So thank you, sir. Appreciate you, man. And then, yeah, Bailey was out with friends, so I didn't really see her last night. And they actually, funny enough, ran out of gas and got stranded on the street. And my wife is talking to Bailey, and she's like, I'm just gonna go there. And I'm like, honey, like you already have your plans for the night. Like you've been trying to get Bentley to bed. Like we have school tomorrow. Like all that stuff. I'm like, let them figure it out. Like they're the guy who was driving is already 18, and Bailey's 17, and they were lollygagging and joyriding. Like let them figure it out. Let them figure out AAA. Let them call a friend. I think there was already a mom, and the cops and AAA. Like everybody came. I'm like, you didn't need to be there too. So that was like an interesting moment. And Bailey came in as I was about ready to crash out for bed, and she was trying to tell me the story, and I was like, "Did you guys learn anything?" I'm like, it's a newer looking car. Like, how do you run out of gas? Like, I don't understand that. I've never ran out of gas before. Maybe you guys have. Tell me if you have. Tell me if you haven't. But like, there's so many warnings. And there's so many gas stations. Like they were in like a major city. I would venture to guess. I didn't look at where they were exactly. MP, I put the link in a personal DM between me and you on Twitter if you want to jump up. But good morning, sir. I would venture to guess there was a gas station like a quarter a mile from where they were. And she was telling me like that, it was his mom's car, so he didn't know. And the last thing it said was we had 20 miles to go. And it's like, so you drove 20 more miles without going to a gas station? Like 20 miles is far. I'm running the solo this morning. Jason is doing Jason things. I did send the link to MP because I know it's his Friday, so I was thinking maybe he might show up. I could put in the chat, Brian, if you got a free moment, dude. I got this. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. Paste. Boom. Anybody who wants to click the link, jump up. Yellow card when a guy runs out of gas. Curious. Yeah, he's a good dude. But who knows? Who knows what was going on? And those kids are dumb. What a great thing to say on a parenting show, but it's true. MP just woke up. Are you open for an all AM for? Oh, I don't know what that means. That sounds scary to me. I do miss hanging out with BroFit, listening to his workouts, but it's a kill. I'm bouncing in and out this morning, prepping for a winter weekend. Nice. All right, winter weekend. It's getting cold. Getting cold, folks. Not here, but for all of you. Yeah, we had a little rain yesterday. It kind of threw me for a loop. Kids will be kids no matter what age. Yep, 100%, 100%, 100%. Oh, hello, MP. Let me add you this. Look at that. Look at that studio. How we doing? How we doing? Can you hear me, sir? You are the second person to say that this week. It sounds like I need to bring
What's
you
up?
back Twitch
What's up?
Fitness. Did you know you were here?
I'm answering BroFit.
Gotcha.
Don't do the reading.
I figured you were doing the reading. You
No,
wanna get yelled
no.
at.
I was
You wanna
I was voluntold that I hold on. I have all my volume down too. I was voluntold that I have to. There we go. Do you have music on?
I did. I just turned
Okay.
it down.
I thought it was
That
me.
was me.
Yeah, my wife just was voluntold that we have a honey to-do list, so I was gonna
Okay.
try to get a workout in with BroFit, but
Nice.
that changed this morning.
Voluntold. I like that. It's pretty funny. Yeah, I got to do some of that stuff that I told myself earlier this week in one of my journals. Like I feel like I've been repeating myself about how much I need to stop being on my screen. And so I just told myself, I'm like, dude, you have a list of things to do. Just freaking do them. Um, you know,
Yeah, what
work.
helps me is writing it down, and that's what I had to do.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense for sure. Happy wife, happy life. Yep, like they say. Um, what do you got? What do you got going on this weekend? What's on the list?
Survive. Who knows how much snow we're actually getting? So it's just survive whatever we get. I'm guessing.
Hmm.
But no, I have to actually build the snowblower today because it's been sitting in my garage for 2 years. So I should finally put that together, and then just like grocery store run.
Uh-huh.
Just you know, Home Depot, Bed Bath and Beyond.
Dude, I I dude, the memory's getting foggy now because it was so long ago, but I dropped that line on someone. Like, I think it was a new friend, and they just like it just hit hard but it was like my life at that time. Like it was like, you know,
That's honestly what we're doing. We're doing the outlets and seeing like what's on sale for the switchover of seasons. I was like, oh god, I feel like I'm from the
yeah,
movie right now.
yep, exactly. And it's funny when you get to say it to, because I think it was like I was saying it to a dude who was like in his party years.
Mhm.
Like his weekend was gonna be like going to the bars and trolling. And I was like, nah, me and the wife are hitting a Home Depot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was funny because it's that my one friend is actually he's a year older than me, single. So it's when I got married a year before or just about a year before my brother, and then my brother got married. So it was like me and my brother could see the. He's like, oh well, let's go out. I'm like, dude, like, I got a wife, I got a kid on the way out. Like, my bar hopping days are done. Um,
Yeah.
but it's funny how
Like,
it's some friends adjust and some don't.
yes. Yeah. Some adjust, some don't. Some stay around, some don't. Like it gets we've definitely had all of that.
Mhm.
And then it's really funny because like in our friend group, in my wife's friend group, like we were the like way the first people to get married and have kids. Because we had our, our first one was like, oh, whoa, hey, how's it going? Um,
Yes, a bar is what
and
you put weights on.
I think one of her last friends like just got married like last year and is like just pregnant this year. Um, so it's like
Yeah.
it's crazy to think like these girls that she would hang out with, and when she first started dating me, like none of them had boyfriends. So like she was the only one with someone. So like I would go out with them. So I'd be sitting in a booth with my girlfriend and like six other girls. And like people would come up to me like, dude, what's your secret? And I'm like, I'm just dating this one. I'm like, you guys can have the rest. Like, like
Dom's a local
this
pimp walking around.
it was a funny scene. And then like I said, like we have an 18-year-old this year, and then like one of her friends that has been by our side this whole time, she's expecting her newborn. It's like this crazy, like
Yeah.
my kid could have your kid. And these
Yeah,
are the people that my wife grew up with.
that's crazy. Yeah, my one good college friend, she just 2 days ago, she just had
Yeah.
her first kid, and she got married last year, and it was funny because it was like I was really good friends with these 2 girls all throughout college, and it was always, "Oh, well, Matt, you're getting married last. You're this person's getting married first, and the one that got married last is the one that we thought would, like, settle down right after college, have kids right."
Mm,
And it was ironic because I was the first to get married, have kids, and then it was just, like, the opposite order of what we
yeah.
expected. It's funny how things work out that way.
Life's a friggin' mystery, dude.
Yep.
Like you can't like I I I don't know who said it, but like some reading, some book, some podcast I listened to is like, to expect kids in their 16, 17, 18-year-old age in high school with everything that they have going on in life to like sit down with a guidance counselor and be like, I'm gonna do this and
Yeah.
it's gonna take this long, and like put that on paper and like and commit to hundreds of thousands of college costs or whatever, like moving across the country, whatever it entails that they pick. it's just bananas.
Yeah, and it's funny because I mean, I kind of had that experience. It was I when I was growing up, I liked animals. I was dead set on being a vet, dead set. And then it was, I mean, we didn't really talk about it too much until it was like, oh, it's sophomore year of high school, time to meet with the guidance counselor, time to kind of figure out what
Yeah.
you want to do. You have 3 months to figure out what you want to do before you start sending applications out for the rest of your life. And it was like, all right, well, let me look at what the pay is. And I was like, oh well, I can get paid faster going this route. Let
Yeah.
me do it this. And it's funny because it kind of you drop that line and we didn't have to even have the dom do the reading because it ties right into it. It ties like you can't tell your kids to respect others then talk rudely to someone else. You can't expect your kids to decide in 3 months what they want to do for the rest of their lives, and like you have to show them. I can tell with some of the videos you've been putting up, like you love what you do. Yes, there's hard times. There's hard times in every job, but you have to find like I know it's cliche, but when you love what you do, are you really working? And like, yes,
Yeah.
when you're working, there's all aspects of work. Um, and having the manual job, it's tiring at times, but I I would choose this over time and time again over a desk job because I am just not that person. I can't sit still. I
Hmm.
like was saying to my guys yesterday, I'm like, "Oh, we've only been here for 4 hours." They're like, "Dude, there's a half hour left in the day." I'm like, "Oh, we're good. We can stay longer." They're like, "No, we're out. It's our Friday. We're done." Um, so it's funny and it like directly correlates. Like you need to be the example that you want to be for your kids, not just, "Hey, I'm
Yes.
gonna say this but act another way." It's like I think it was you or Jay, someone said it's like, "Do as I say, not as I do." That line, it's
No,
never
I
true.
tried to say that line. That
I was
was
giving
me.
you credits. I wasn't saying that you fumbled it. But yeah, it's that line holds true more now than ever because they truly are sponges, and
Hmm.
it's almost like a gut check for yourself as a parent too. It's you can lecture your kids all you want. No, be respectful to others. Do this, do that, and then you're going to the store and you're huffing and puffing and sighing because there's 2 people in front of you, or you have to wait before
Yeah.
you get your gas pumped, and it's the little things that they pick up on, and, I mean,
More
this
so. Yeah.
yeah, Daily Dads has helped me realize that.
Yep. Oh, I agree. Thank you for tying in the reading.
I got you.
Good morning, Anne. Let's see. Anne's got it. Like I still don't know what I want to do when I grow up. Right?
Yeah,
It's. I mean, what is this one? The biggest part is to teach them that they can change. Yeah. See, I love that. Like
yep,
that's one of the things that I never thought about. I was never told anything like that. I mean, I just did it. Like I'm just a go with the flow kind of person. So I fell in and out of, one thing and one thing led to another and I am where I am. And you're right. Like I do love what I do. There's obviously parts of it that I don't like, being a single business owner, like it's, you have to do everything. So it's
mhm,
very tough. There's definitely the tough side of it. I would much rather be doing certain things, but then I think hiring someone, like I've been going through that a lot the last couple of years, and it's nerve wracking to try to trust someone to do it the way that like I was even like I think I said to you guys I was trying to get chat gpt to help me just do like what I feel is like a simple task, and I could not get that mf'er to like to do it, and I wanted to fire him after the first hour or two. I guess mine's a him. But yeah.
I call
So
mine Chad.
Chad.
It's easier than Chad, she just call
What's
it
funny
Chad.
is what's funny is like I do like reference it as like a person, and whenever I'm talking to my wife because she's not really into Chat GPT yet, she just looks at me like with like what do you talk to you talk to the AI like that? I'm like, yeah, I say please and thank you, and like I tell it to fuck off, like I do, like I talk to it like it's a normal
Yeah.
person,
If
like
you're polite, it takes less time to do your prompts.
exactly. You get put ahead of everybody else.
Yeah. Uh,
Yep, like a bro fit. That's weird. I want to be more like Ann when I grow up. What's funny is like I say that all the time about people. I love that. It's my way of complimenting people, like 100%. Like I think Ann's got it pretty locked in. But I'm sure it's we don't see all the behind the scenes madness that goes on in that household.
Mhm.
You mean unorganized and constantly on my phone?
It's funny she says unorganized. She comes across as one of the most organized person ever.
Yeah, I mean, she built out a freaking website that is like the usage tool for the like where the IP is like, hey, don't look at our website. Go to this lady's website.
Oh man.
Come on, Ann. Give yourself some props. You gotta give yourself a proud moment. My office is the biggest mess. Yeah, but you have two of them, so that's fine. You're good. Don't even worry about it. Everybody's office is a
You
mess. I
can't
mean,
That's why you can't see this corner right here. It's probably about like stacked this high with just
what's funny is like I've done
extra
that,
stuff you need to
like
go through.
when I'm in my office, like, and you guys see like a little bit behind me on that countertop, like down low, like I'll sometimes like shove a lot of stuff down low so that the behind me doesn't look as crazy on the screen. Obviously,
Yeah.
this is garage. I mean, you can see like I've tried my hardest to keep this organized, but every time you pull one thing out of a bin, you're like, oh, do I really got to put it back in the bin? So it just like ends up on the shelf. Like,
Yep.
yeah, it's life,
No.
man. Life is unorganized chaos
Mhm.
and organized chaos, and it's beautiful. It is. What else? What else? What else? We got to live up to it. Okay, so I had a question. Shoot, I don't know how to get to it anymore. Yeah, I'm not on my computer. There was
The
a
queued up question.
huh?
Did you have a queued up one?
Well, like when I do the morning description,
Mhm.
I found it. It's like I throw the reading into ChatGPT, and it's been like going me and him have been going back and forth because you lecture. Oh no, 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 guys, come on. Well, see, this is what happens when you play around. You're supposed to be doing a show. I don't know how to get out of this, homie. There we go. Now we're back. Um, the question of the day was, what's one value you talk about that your kids are actually learning from how you live? So I think that's more on the positive note, right?
Yeah.
One value talk about that you actually live. See, whenever I click, there we go. Okay. For me, right now, I think the two that I'm working on the most are consistency and balance, right? So it somehow being consistently balanced. I'll put them together.
Yeah. And I think that it's funny that you say that because I was going to say whatever you say, your consistency is definitely through the roof because you can actually see it. Like your wife is joining in, your kids are joining in. Like it's
Yeah.
contagious, and it's growing into like through your family too. Like it's funny because you can see you didn't start off smiling in all the pictures because yeah, I get it after a workout. You're brutal, but then you're but you have your wife is there with you, your kids are there. You are grinning from ear to ear, and it's awesome to see that. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so I would definitely say you are the epitome of consistency right now.
Thank you,
Uh,
man. Yeah,
but
I love it when they come in. Like I think you had one where did live, and I didn't watch it, but I think you'd said your kids were interrupting you and stuff like that. And then Brofit had one the next day where his girl was jumping on him and stuff like that. And I there's definitely been times where they've came in and like the first thing they do is they like look for the camera and they just like go right in front of it. And like I'm like lifting and they're just like doing whatever they're doing in front of, it's just like a camera. And I'm just like, I'm sitting there like trying to lift and I'm just like, God damn it. Like my first response is like, get out of here. Like, stop that. Like you're blocking me. Like, what are you doing? And then
it,
my
it,
next and then my next thing is just like, you gotta wipe that person away. Like that's old Dominic. That's the king of no. That's the mad dad. And you gotta just like enjoy that like interruption. Like I need a break anyways. Like I'm tired. I'm huffing and puffing. Like I gotta pause the video. Like I don't pause the video. Like and then we just have fun. Like I try
yeah,
to teach them something. I try to get them to join. That's like the first thing I do. But if they don't want to, they don't want to. And then yeah. We
It's
we
funny
just
to
have
see
fun.
their level of confidence because it's like, I mean, I've just started doing some streams and I was always it was just pictures. I was just started doing videos and streams and stuff too. And it's like I'm a little camera shy, and then they're coming in, they're running right up face first into the camera. They don't really care, and it's just funny, like their self of like their sense of innocence and confidence, and like, well, I don't care what I look like. I'm just gonna act silly and be. And it kind of
Yeah.
like the values that I would say is that I'm trying to portray to them is that they're never an interruption to me. Like
Hmm.
even if I'm doing something, if I'm on the phone for a while, it was like da 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 da, and then I would just because I would be on the phone call, I'd be on a phone call, I've been trying to talk to some, and then I would put the phone on mute and be like, "Hold on," and I would get like, and now it's I don't even put the phone on mute. Like they say something, I'm like, "Hold on 1 second." I put the phone call, and I say, "Hold on," and then I let them hear
Yeah.
me like say, "Boys, I'm on the phone. Give me 1 second. I'll talk to you when I'm done." And it's funny because my wife's she works for the state, and it was kind of complete opposite with the baby being home. It was more well, I feel like she's constantly like her yearly review. Well, she's being interrupted by the baby and the family and this and that. And
Really. Hmm.
yeah, it's because the way that because she's a contractor through the state. She's not directly hired. Um,
Okay.
so it was they need to find something to complain about so they don't have to give her the raise that she deserves.
Yeah.
But it was
Gotcha.
kind of like I got mad. And then that's when it changed. And it's like, I'm gonna make sure my kids know that they are not an interruption. That
Yeah.
they come first and the family comes first and work can wait, this can wait, like, it's not gonna this phone call is not the end of the world,
Hmm.
um, and it would just I actually made, like we sat down, we talked about it, and she went back at her at some of her bosses and the higher ups and was like, "I told you from the start, I am working from home, my family comes first, if there's an issue that I'm taking care of it," and,
Yes.
yeah, kinda I was like, "Man, it's the one thing hate about, like, the government jobs, it's like they they don't care. It's they don't care about about family first. It's like, "Oh, well, what where can I get the most out of you today?" And I was like, "You know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure my kids don't grow up feeling that the work is the end all be all, that you need to enjoy life. You need to be there for your family, for your friends."
Yeah. I think it's the unfortunate like position that like that those bigger corporate or government
Yep.
businesses are in is that like there's budgets, there's timelines, there's bosses on top of bosses on top of bosses, like literally like what the the ratio is probably like 80% of people in that world like all have kids too, so it's like they all know what everyone's going through, but there's so much pressure to lock in and just be business only between 8 to 5, and your family outside of that, and I don't want to hear that,
Mhm.
like, but at the end of the day, like, it would be better, obviously, if there was some sort, like, because that's how I am. Like, I tell all my clients, and I say, look, you're hiring me to build a house for your family, so your family's going to be involved. I want them to be involved. Feel free to bring your kids over here. Like, I'll give you, timelines when it's safer to do it. And it's just reminding me right now that now would be a good time to bring my clients through this one house. Um, Shoot, this week would have been good. Oh, they're out of town. Okay, awesome. You didn't fail, Dom. Like I try to involve the kids. Like I told these clients on this house that we have framed. I'm like, hey, there's going to be a point where the house is done and framed, and we could bring some spray paint over, and the kids could like tag up their floors because we're going to cover them essentially, and it becomes
Yep.
like a little time capsule for later. We've done it a lot, and they're like, oh, that's amazing, like thank you, like during the demo, I brought a bunch of paint over and they just like splatter painted all the walls of the old house. And then I ran a bulldozer over it. So it's like little stuff like that. It's like if I involve the family, then it makes it easier or more known that like, hey, my family's going to be involved. And so,
Mhm.
like, yeah, on Fridays, I'm probably not going to pick up the phone. I'll respond to a text or two. You're definitely not going to reach me on Saturdays and Sundays. And if you do, like you'll hear the kids in the background. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And I've found it a lot easier. And I was going to ask you, like, now that you've opened up that channel, like, do you find like acceptance on the other end of whoever's on the phone call?
Um, it depends. I think it's very much a generational thing. You get to those I
Love
don't want
that
to say
pukes.
older, but like that 55 plus. Um, when you get into that age range of guys that are still in manufacturing or managing,
Yeah.
they have a hard time. And it's, I think it's just the way that they grew up because my dad was like in that. It's, they have a hard time separating the work life balance. It's work, 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 work,
Hmm.
work all the time. Even if they're off work, their phone rings, they'll answer it, they'll answer the email. Um, my dad was like that at first. He was running the one business, he had a couple side, but so he was doing a lot. Like the phone, it was funny. Like on the weekends, I'd answer the phone. Like he was running a carpet cleaning business on the side, so I'd be answering the phone, scheduling appointments for him as he's on the other line. So it's, I think is a generational thing.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd say people my age, if they have the kids and have the family, they understand. They're like, "Oh man, I wish I could do that." And it's like, yes, I do have that privilege because I am a business owner. It's, I'm making the rules, I'm making the hours.
Hmm.
I'm working these days, and when I'm home, I'm home. I'm not like, if I'm not there, like in my sort of business, nothing is getting done unless my shop is up, open, and running. So it's not,
Yeah.
there's no emergency. If you were to call me on a Saturday, I'm not touching it until Monday anyway. Um,
Like your
so
guys don't work like
no,
Friday and Saturday, right?
no, they're no. I
Got it.
have I have a little bit of trust issues, so no one is ever there unless I'm there. It was a little gut check for me yesterday because my guys, of course, dropped the ball. Didn't tell me they were out of a material, so I had to run and get it about a half hour away. And just leaving the shop when it's running and open, and it's just like I can transfer the calls, but it's just, I don't know. I'm getting better at being a little bit more hands off and letting them have a little bit more control,
Yeah.
but it's just the way I operate. And they don't mind. That's like, and I always tell them I'm not babysitting. I'm coming out here. I'm counting. I'm doing all the math in my head, making sure that we're still on track. And I was like, if you know I'm gonna be pissed off, you're gonna see at me out here. I'm gonna be sweating. I'm gonna be busting my butt. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, it's sometimes I do get pushback from it. It's it's funny, like that older I get some of the older, like what I call them walking customers, like they would just want like rims done or something small for their car. And it's always oh, you got banker's hours. I'm like, what bank is open at 4 a.m.? I was like, I don't have banker's hours. I have hours that work for me and my family. And I was like, I'm sorry, but Friday and Saturday and Sunday are their family time. And they're like, oh
Yeah.
man, I can only get here on a Saturday. That's when I'm off. I'm like, well, I would like to be off as well. So
Well, it's funny.
it's
It's
funny.
funny when you talk to people like that because, like, most of the time when you get that complaint, it's because the person is trying to meet with you when they're off work. So they're
Mhm.
like, my work hours are 8 to 5. So I can't meet you during my work hours. So can you meet later in the evening or on the weekends? And I'm like, no, because my work hours, like, and so there's like this like thing.
Yeah.
It's like, so you want me to take off my weekend to work with you? Like, just take off of work.
Yeah,
You know, just
me being the sarcastic person I am, I do say that sometimes. I'm like, well, I open my shop at 4 a.m. You're more than welcome to drop off whatever you need on your way into work. I was like, but I was like, unless you're paying me like 3 times the amount, I'm not going to come and open my shop for you on a Friday. And they're
yeah,
like, oh, I guess I can make that work. And I don't do it to be mean. It's like, it's
yeah,
the fourth phone call with them trying to figure out a time. And I'm just like, you know what? If you really want it done, you got to make it work around my schedule. Like this is, I'm not changing it for one job. Um,
oh
it,
yeah,
it's funny.
yeah. Especially not for one job. And like
No.
for me, because the clients, when they start talking to me, like I have to present myself as best as possible because I'm competing. But then once I lock them in, it's like, oh hey, like I'm not trying to pull a bait and switch. So I say a little bit of it in the beginning, and then I have to tell them, like, I really have to nail down the expectation of like, look, I'm not gonna meet you. Like, just because you work an 8 to 5, that doesn't mean I'm gonna meet you at 6 p.m. Like, it
Yeah.
just doesn't work.
Mhm.
I'm fried at 6 p.m. So you're not getting anything out of me at 6 p.m. Like, you could send me the longest email in the world once you get off of work, because I have no problem reading. Um,
I think that's why
yeah.
the contractors I use for my house and hire love me because I'm like, someone's going to be home. If no one's home, just send me a text. Like, do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Like, I have cameras everywhere. You're not going to like do there on your, and they're like, oh man, you're one of our easiest customers. I'm like, because I know if I keep bothering you and keep bugging you, you're either one, not going to want to show up and do it, or you're just going to drag your feet because I've annoyed you enough.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. They are just people too. Like the people that are working on your house, the people that you're working for, like they're all just people at the end of the day. But yeah, sometimes it's a struggle getting them to realize that in certain businesses, like we were talking about, like your wife's or in the corporate world, sometimes they feel far from people. Dom, do the reading. Always practice what you teach. Lead with the message talking. Yeah.
Yeah, no, and it's like we can tie it into there. It's patience as a business owner. I mean, you want to teach
Yeah.
your kids how to deal with life. It's everything's not instant. There's troubles and like you can't
Mm-hmm.
make everybody happy. There's no making everybody happy as a business owner. It's in my field, I'm always the last to see the product because it's getting painted and then it's going right to the thing. So it's, oh well, we're a week behind. I'm gonna do my best, and it's
Yeah.
and like the kid, like to the kids, it's always do your best. Don't just rush it to get by just to make like do your best. Stuff happens. Like don't just make
Mm-hmm.
excuses. Don't lie. Don't tell me one thing and just because you don't feel like doing it or you don't want to get it done. It's you need to put forth your best effort and be open and honest about it because I feel like even in business, like if I do a job and I'm chasing someone for money and they're dodging my phone calls, then I get worried. If they answer the phone and be like, "Listen, my customer hasn't paid me. When they pay me, I'm going to send you a check right away." No problem. Like I
Yeah.
get it. Stuff happens. Like it's yeah, I get you're waiting on the money. You're wait, but when you dodge, it's a different story, and it's kind of like what you got to do with your kids. It's don't avoid the problem, deal with it head on. It's just going to build, and it's just going to get worse.
Yep. Yeah. I agree. I think one of my difficult things is like switching between like clocking out and coming home and just trying to give my kids all of my free time,
Mhm.
invested in whatever it is that they're interested in, but then also sharing with them like my life outside the house so that they can understand that a little bit more. So like to tie that into the reading, like, you know, to show them, "Ooh, can you see me? Yes, you can still
Yeah.
see me." That was funny. The iPad that I use to do everything, is connected to my daughter's account, so the screen time just locked up for, like, an hour. It just went black, and I was like, "Oh, no, did I rug the show?" Um, but yeah, like, making sure that I'm bringing them into my world to, like, help explain some of these values, but then it's like a balance. Like it's like sheltering them from it so that I can lock in and be with them and I'm not just like drumming up work problems or whatever. But then like the reading says, like teaching them these things. So it's tough.
Yeah.
It can be tough to sit there and say like, "Oh, dad only works like 4 days a week." But like, hey, when you go to work, you're going to have to work like 7 days a week when you start off. Like so make sure to tell them like the history. Like back when I first met your mom, my wife, she was working like 3 jobs. She was working all the time. Like to date that woman was like a tricky situation. uh she was also reading a book that was like how to play the long game and like make him work for it, so I had that against me too.
No, yeah, it's I do. It's funny because I've said it a couple times. It's I've moved back to the town I grew up in. Um,
Mhm.
so it's fun reminiscing with the boys. It's like, oh, like that's where I used to wrestle when I was younger. Hey, that was where I got my first job. They're like, oh, you worked at CVS? I was like, yes, I did. I was doing the photos. They're like, what do you mean the photos? You were printing? They're like, no one prints photos anymore. I was like, well, back in my day, kids. It's like people were still printing photos. Um, but yeah, it's funny because I saw a video and Ryan messaged us all in the parents chat and asked for like parenting wins. And I saw the video and then something happened with my kids and I never could find the link again. But it was a dad lifting with his kid in the garage. He was doing deadlifts. He went over, got chalk, did the deadlift. The kid's watching him, sitting on the ground drinking a bottle, got up when the dad went off camera, put his hands in the chalk, and then tried to do the deadlift. And I was
Oh,
just
that's
like,
awesome.
that is awesome. So then
It's
this
so
morning,
cool.
I brought the baby down with me because I have those little plastic weights that I bought. And I'm sitting there doing curls, and I look out of the corner of my eye, and she's picking up the little kettlebell one. I was like, yes, it worked.
It is really good. It's
Yeah.
really cool stuff. They're amazing little humans. Like, I mean, it's true. Like, you wanna focus on them and like give them their attention and try to teach them things. But in reality, like, you're going to teach them the most just by doing stuff in their eye line. Like, that's where they're really gonna learn from this giant towering role model that's been in their life the whole time. You know,
Shelf in the
you
chat dropping some DK lines, so I had to.
look at that guy. It's the good old Donkey Kong. That's like a goated game from childhood.
Oh my gosh, yes. But yeah, I'm getting messages told to hey, when are we doing these errands? So I do have to run.
Get yourself to Home Depot and Bed Bath and Beyond. Our Bed Bath and Beyond's out here closed. Do those still exist?
I don't even know. It's like Christmas tree shop. It depends on the season.
Yeah.
I think those three with Spirit Halloween just continue like a rotation every couple months.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. Thank you, MP.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming in and hanging out
course.
with me. Appreciate you guys. Everybody in the chat. Love you. Everybody have a good Friday and the weekend. I'm gonna talk to Jason, see if he wants to come on tomorrow. I don't think I have a late night tonight, so maybe we do a Saturday stream. Who knows? We'll see. No afternoon show because Ryan doesn't do Fridays. So definitely see us back here on Monday. Thank you. Oh, To the moon times Gary V today in like 3 hours.
Yeah.
So if that's your thing, like To the Moon has Gary V joining them on their show, which is like freaking cool and epic for them, considering how long they've been doing it. To actually have him joining them, I think that's a really cool thing. So everybody should show up for that. I'm sure you'll get 500 text messages from Gary and V friends about it. So thank you guys. Have a great day. See you, buddy.
See ya.
Let's play that lo-fi again. Where's that, dude? All right, this isn't working. There we go.
What's up, bitches? What's up? Wake up. It's morning time.